Real focus number 2 is median household income. You want to be investing, especially in a recession time, in a city that has very strong income growth. Because even more than population, income growth protects home prices from falling. Income growth protects rents from falling. So you're looking for income growth that's around 35.2%. We've made some adjustments on this in case you came last year, so you'll notice that. So this applies to cities of any size. So it can be a big city, a small city, a very small city. Now, if you're in a complete boonies, you're probably going to see numbers a little bit smaller than that. So keep that in mind, right? Now, I'll also show you where you find this number. But before I give you that, here's my disclaimer again. This number, this income growth number, only applies to 2023. Why? Inflation. We have massive inflation in the United States. This number will simply not work in a year from now. Because right now, the number that you're going to see is actually going to be between 2000 and 2019. See this? 2000 and 2019. And you're like, oh my God, the last one was 2020. This one's even worse. It's like 3 years old. The answer is it's public data. I'm going to show you where to buy data. And then you can get 2020 and even 2021 numbers. You can't get 2022 numbers right now. We're in the middle of the year. But you can get 2021 numbers and 2020 numbers. What I'll tell you is this. Income growth in most metros in the US doesn't change over years. It changes over decades. It's a very slow, smooth trend. You know, all of a sudden, you can't have Louisiana become California. That takes 4 or 5 decades. So what I'll tell you is you'll probably end up with the same list of cities, regardless of whether you use public data or you use paid data. I will show you where to get the paid data, but you'll find it's the same list. So let's talk about where do you find this information on this 35.2% growth. The answer is an amazing website called City-Data. Not City Data, City-Data. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to type in Columbus, Ohio. Remember my demo city? Not favorite, demo. And I hit enter, and now I scroll down a little bit so I see a bunch of pictures, and then I see these bars. And what I'm looking for is this section here. Do you see this? Estimated median household income. Let me make this bigger. 150%. Boom, boom, boom. There we go, 150%. And so I'm going to scroll down again. And you see this section that says estimated median household income in 2019? Well, here's a number. And there's this number in 2000. I think you've guessed what you're supposed to do, right? You're supposed to drag the Excel spreadsheet over here. And you're supposed to grab this number, 57118, plug that in 2019, 57118. Then plug in the 2000 number, 37897. And you notice that this number, this cell has turned green because the income in this particular city went up by 51%. How much did we need? We needed 35.2%, right? Higher is better, right? Not necessarily better, but higher is better. So obviously, this city, Columbus, has fared well on real focus number 2. Getting the hang of it now, right? Plug in 2 numbers, compare, look for green. If it's now, what if this number was 35? It wouldn't go green, right? Because 35.2 is our number. Now, don't obsess. Data science says close enough is good enough. So if it was 35 or 34, Columbus is still a good city to invest in. What you don't want is to be missing on all of the metrics. Missing a near miss on 1 or even a near miss on 2 is okay. But if you're missing on 3 or 4, why are you even using this spreadsheet? You could just go randomly pick cities.